China and Japan are currently engaged in their worst diplomatic spat in years. Now, tensions between China and Japan, centered around Taiwan, began in early November 2025 when Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi, a hawkish conservative, took office. Now, she publicly stated that Chinese military action against Taiwan could trigger Japan's involvement under its collective self-defense doctrine. Now, Beijing views this as a direct threat to its sovereignty over Taiwan, which it claims as an inseparable territory. Beijing has accused Tokyo of reviving Japanese militarism and violating international law. Now, the row has spilled over into trade bans, travel advisories, cultural boycotts, and even UN-level complaints, raising fears of broader regional instability in the Taiwan Strait. Well, why did the Japanese Prime Minister say this? Well, it has to do with China's accelerated tempo of military deployments around Taiwan in 2024 and 2025, as you can see from this map here. Experts say that these aggressive air and sea maneuvers are meant to create a new normal and possibly mask the actual invasion of Taiwan by China. Now, the United States believes this invasion could actually happen by 2027. Now, Taiwan is a crucial part of what the US and its allies like Japan call the first island chain. This is the first island chain. It's a strategically important arc of islands extending from the Kuril Islands and Japan through Taiwan and the Philippines to Borneo here in the Indonesian archipelago. It's considered a crucial military line in the Western Pacific because it is a barrier between China's mainland and the open Pacific Ocean. Now, this natural barrier separates the continental shelf waters adjacent to East Asia, that's China, from the deeper open Pacific Ocean to the east. Now, the average depth here along the West Island, the average depth here along the first island chain to the west of the first island chain, in fact, is generally shallow. It's nearly 75% of the area here is under 200 meters. And this is not good for operating submarines, which can be easily monitored in such shallow waters. Now, this chain creates what is called a semi-enclosed maritime theater. This semi-enclosed maritime theater effectively boxes all of China's submarines, its naval fleets. It allows them to be easily monitored from this first island chain. Now, China's control of Taiwan would break a key link in the US military structure of the first island chain. In fact, this chain is central to the US strategy in the Indo-Pacific. It's used to contain China's growing naval power. Now, from China's perspective, this first island chain is seen as a strategic containment line. And this is something that China has attempted to break out of. China already has 370 battle force ships. It is the world's largest navy in terms of numbers. It's adding on more nuclear-powered and ballistic missile submarines and is projected to have up to 80 submarines, brand new ones, by the end of the next decade. Now, if China captures Taiwan, the PLA Navy could directly threaten Japan. And it could also reach the second island chain, comprising these very important US bases like Guam. And if it crosses the second island chain, then it reaches the third island chain of US territory stretching from Alaska in the north to Hawaii here in the south. This is something the United States would be anxious to avoid. And that explains why Japan, which is a key alliance partner of the United States, is so worried about the fall of Taiwan, the possible fall, the possible invasion of Taiwan, which could actually upend this entire carefully laid out structure over the last couple of decades.